I always try to make time to go bikepacking with my dad. We've been all over the country and created some wonderful memories together. Some of my favourite memories, in fact. Ever since becoming a dad myself, I wanted to do the same with my son. In this film you won't find epic mountain ranges or wild camping on glaciers, but you will see our first bikepacking adventure as a family.
The river.
Boop boop.
Mashed potato.
Thank you very much for watching my family bikepacking film. I hope you enjoyed it. Me and my dad and my son had an amazing time cycling, and it was really good to get him out on the bike. Although we've had a little mini trip in the past before, this is the first time that I took my son camping in a tent, so it was a really nice weekend for everybody, and he had a really good time as well. I met my dad at Amergate train station in Derbyshire. We followed the Cromford Canal, which was relatively flat, really beautiful, plenty of space for both me and my dad and the trailer and other riders as well. And from there we joined the High Peak Trail. The great thing about the trails in the Peak District, like the Monsell Trail, the Tissington Trail and the High Peak Trail like this, is they're all really family friendly. And that's what I wanted to do for my first trip. Keep it simple, on routes that I know are family friendly and relatively flat, or that's what I thought anyway. The High Peak Trail is not flat at all. I expected it to be, given it was an old railway. But it turns out, after chatting with one of the locals when we were cycling, that it was one of the steepest railways in Britain, if not the steepest. So it's not easy going, especially when you've got a trailer and all your camping kit. I planned to have loads of stops because I had the little one in the trailer. He's still under 2, so going on these long trips and him just being sat in the trailer, I didn't want that to happen. So we had lots of stops, lots of cafe stops, opportunities to run around and stretch his legs, which was really cool. Just off the High Peak Trail, we eventually camped, and I'd booked this in advance, the Pomeroy Caravan Park. It's not just a caravan park despite the name. There is a whole couple of fields available just for family camping, which is really, really cool. It was a really nice campsite. It was quite expensive. I think it was like 28 quid for a night, which seems like a lot to me given we didn't even have electricity. But it was really cool because it had places that you could eat, a little shop, like a campsite shop, and it even had a milk dispensing machine, which was obviously fresh from the farm because it was a farm attached to a campsite. So that was really good for us because the little one still has milk before he goes to bed, and he likes it on his Weetabix and stuff in the morning. So we didn't have to carry it. I could just take a token, put it in the machine and get fresh milk ready to be drunk, which was really cool. This campsite is really good for families, especially if you're bike packing, because it's just off the trail. Super easy to get to, and there's loads going on there, like things to do. There's goats and other animals that you can have a look at. My girlfriend drove over in the car later that evening to meet us at the campsite to help out and also to bring a little bit extra stuff. But I had most of the essentials with me on the bike and in the trailer. The great thing about the trailer is it has loads of pockets that you can put stuff, take advantage of that extra space. So I was able to fit the tent, the sleeping system, all of my camera equipment and everything into the bike setup itself. For the sleeping setup, I had a Alpkit Tarp Star 4, which is something that I was interested in using for a while. I've been testing it out for a few weeks because it's basically a family tent that packs down really small. You can get family tents that are massive and weigh a ton, but I didn't want that. I actually wanted something I could take bike packing that would fit me, my other half, and the little one potentially as well. So that's what I went for, and it was really, really good. It doesn't weigh very much, but it had plenty of space for a double mattress for me and my girlfriend, and at the other side, loads of space for my son to sleep. So it was an ideal tent for bike packing as a family. I was also using a family battery power station, which was sent to me by All Powers, and it's a really cool device. It's way too big to take on a bikepacking adventure unless you're doing something like this, like family camping. Because it's quite chunky, it does fit nicely in the trailer, but I definitely wouldn't want to be taking that on a pannier rack, for example. But the reason I was using it and agreed to test it out for a bit is I wanted something that could literally power everything. So we had the baby monitor plugged into it at times, we had all our phones on charge. Everything we needed, including the pump to blow up the air mattress, was all being charged or used from that battery pack. It's even got 3-pin plug sockets, so you can plug proper things into it. If you wanted to take a TV camping with you, you could do it. Or if you wanted to take some electronics that you just can't use from a small battery pack, this will allow you to do it. It also has a wireless charging pad on top, so you can just chuck your phone on there. USB-C ports as well for ultra fast charging. And the battery life is amazing. So a really good option if you're wanting to go family bike packing. The following morning, my dad got up and made an amazing breakfast for everybody. Freshly cooked sausages and beans that he'd made himself. We had that, enjoyed that, packed up and then headed out for day 2. Day 2 was going to be really short. Because I actually do swimming in an afternoon with my son on a Sunday, it's very difficult to get a full day cycling in. So what we did instead is we set off and did about 8 or 9 miles down to Bakewell, and the plan was there to just arrive, spend a bit of time in the town, feed the ducks, which we did, and then pack up, get in the car and go home. So it was a very short bikepacking trip, but I absolutely loved it, and I know my dad did as well, and I'm pretty sure my son did. He didn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure he had a good time. So we'll definitely be doing that again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different video, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one.